What was that? What kind of first day of August was that? It was small cap wise, it was an absolute disaster. Today was going to be the second day of my front side, only one front side per day move, but there was no really good front side. You could probably argue EVK, the ticker I'm down most on today, was kind of that one front side opportunity. But I'll tell you why I didn't really feel like it was. I wasn't really crazy about trading it, and ever since basically that ticker, I was waiting for another ticker to have its front side move. We had some late, or not really late morning, but tickers that after the market opened did do a little bit of a front side, but they were all none of the original gappers that I was looking at, and I think that threw me off a little bit. Anyway, let's go to the charts, look at the tickers today, and see what we can kind of learn, because if this is going to be August going forward, because August, it tends to be a very slow month overall. It's like the middle of summer all around the world, well, at least in the northern hemisphere, in the western world. But last year, due to COVID, August was actually really hot month, so in terms of small cap action, but so far it hasn't been looking too good. So let's go to the charts now, talk about these tickers and see what we can learn and maybe adjust going forward, because right now it's not looking too good. I'm down 862 so far on the day, which, you know, isn't really the worst. I was down a little bit more, like 1200 at one point. So I made back some of my losses, but really I tripped over myself so hard with the EVK. So let's go ahead and talk about that ticker. The thing right out of the gates that I really did not like about it was it's a Chinese ticker. I'm not trying to discriminate tickers or anything like that, but at the same time, there's been so many issues with Chinese stocks lately, and I don't invest in them, and I don't even really like day trading it, because last year we saw several Chinese tickers get halted for weeks and months on end. So I was just like, Chinese tickers I kind of want to back off on. Unfortunately, this was the only ticker that was actually giving us good, I don't even want to say good action, any sort of action really. It was a 4 million flow, 35 million market cap, and it was gapping 70%. So it's based on our stats, these stats, it was everything I was looking for. Kind of a weak catalyst here, $5 million stock repurchase program. Okay, whatever. My problem was that I was like, okay, this is the only ticker moving. Let me go trade it, and then you can see here, I didn't get filled. Then I finally got to trade it where I wanted, but I couldn't exit, and I ran into a major TOS glitch. Of course, the one time I'm not taping it. Let's just look at what happened on EVK. Man, this bothered me a little bit. Luckily, I didn't really FOMO into anything afterwards, but anyway, really quick front side move here. It was pretty much over before it started, especially with the TOS scanners, because they're a little delayed. And let me zoom in here one more time. So on this ticker, I actually ended up buying the pullback. It was a little bit technically extended at this point, but I was buying that 4.7 pullback support, and then it popped up here nicely again, and I was up around 5% or so profit on this one. I go to sell, the price goes over my limit order, I can't sell, and then I try to close it to sell at a lower point, because I'm like, I just need to get out of this, because yeah, there's a chance of moving to 5, but my goal was just a quick little 4 or 5% pop base hit here. That was my goal, and I couldn't get out. I had no idea what happened. Everything basically froze at this point, and then it started selling off again, and then all of a sudden my limit order disappears. So the first thing I do is try to get out. Unfortunately, I get out again near the low, and it pops up, and I'm like, oh my God, this was so ridiculous. It was a perfect trade. I should have made some money on it. I don't know, $400 or $500. I ended up losing on this trade, and I'm just like, what was that kind of start to August? I don't really know what the issue was. Maybe it was my end, because I wrote on the Discord and it looks like no one else was having TOS issues that I'm aware of. But at the same time, those glitches, man, they freak me out. I feel like, I don't know, there's like 10 to 15 times a year, and I trade mostly every single day. So it's not like that much, but I would say, a little bit over once per month, there's some sort of TOS glitch that cost me like 5 to 10%, and based on my average position size. And the worst part about that is not always that trade alone. Sometimes it does mess you up psychologically for some future trades to come. Anyway, I did try to trade one more pullback here, and I didn't have any issues on these trades, so that was fine. I did lose on this one quite a bit because I was buying the pullback. I was green for a bit on this one, but I didn't take my profits because I thought we were going to have a run to 5. So yeah, this instantly put me down like $1,000 on the day, which was a little bit annoying. Then I was like, okay, well, we're not getting any front side moves anywhere else. So let's see if I could do a little bit of range trading, and I'll just be patient otherwise. And maybe we'll get another front side move and then I'll get aggressive again, which never really happened. I did you can see here, a smaller size to test the water if it was still glitching. I actually did get a bit of a glitchy trade on this one as well. This is when I restarted my whole system. I was like, maybe there's something lagging on my computer or something like that. I did notice my Ethernet cable was not plugged in, so I went ahead and plugged that in. I don't know why I unplugged that this weekend. Anyway, that could have been the issue. I did a few more small size trades here, but at this point, I don't know. I lost my conviction in EVK. I also wasn't, getting super excited about trading a Chinese ticker. And then on top of that, I was checking out how this ticker traded in the past, and a lot of times at the open, it flushed really hard. So I didn't really want to trade this one at the open. Either way, I just kind of feel like I fumbled on EVK quite a bit, and I don't know. It was just an upsetting ticker overall and kind of annoying way to start August. But hey, you know what happens, and I can't really cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. NAOV, a ticker we've been trading so much. Quick little pre-market trade on this one as it was popping up here, potential front side flag pattern. I tried to trade this one, but it was pretty much over. DLPN, this was another ticker that was on my lead gappers pre-market, but ever since we started trying to trade the front side, it pretty much died out. So this ticker was more or less gonzo. There was no point in trading it. And then XCUR, which is pretty much the only ticker I'm actually somewhat green on, XCUR. This was kind of a nice ticker pre-market. Biotech here, 67 million market cap, 120 million float. Kind of on the high end for sure. Came out with a catalyst that I liked. Catalyst was looking pretty good, $20 million up front with the potential of $1 billion funding plus royalties for this drug. So I was like, okay, that sounds really good. The problem with this one is we had a nice clean first stare, and there was major resistance literally right above it where the second stare would happen. So it never ended up breaking through that. It never really had that much volume either pre-market. So I don't know, this ticker never really amounted to much. So here you can see that first stare. Where did I go? Yeah, here's that first stare. We kind of had this like half-baked second stare and then came back down to kind of form a longer-term first stare. And then we kind of had a little bit of a triple bottom here. I went ahead and traded that move back to the upside, made a little money on that. But you just see it just wasn't really doing too much. And then I tried to trade this breakout here, VWAP. This one didn't work. I did actually walk away with some small profit on this one because I noticed there were some sellers coming in, so I quickly sold. I did trade this move here. I bought the pullback, but both times I got shaken out before the pop, so that was kind of annoying. And then here's another flag pattern. I made a few good moves here, but every time I kept on holding, waiting for that move to 197 and potential breakout. So every time I was up like 2-3%, but I never ended up taking my profits. Because I was waiting for that, resolution. That never happened. So on so many tickers today, we never got that resolution. I think that's why I did a little bit of poor trading today, because I just didn't take profits quick enough, which, it's debatable. It's always one of those things where every time you do take profits quick enough or quickly, it ends up running. Every time you don't, it ends up being like, I should have took profits quickly. On a day like today where it wasn't that hot, probably more chances I should have taken profits a little quicker. So yeah. In a way, it wasn't really like the worst trading day. It just, there wasn't a lot of good opportunities, and I tried, and most of the time there wasn't resolution. So that was pretty much the recap for today. But I think as long as I'm vigilant and as long as we get these nice moves, I'll be really, really aggressive on the front side. As long as they're on my watch list and I'm ready to go at the time, which most of the time I am. Today it was just not the case because the tickers that actually ended up working, like BTBT today, really came out of nowhere. I wasn't really watching it, so to say. Nice little front side move here, consolidation. This was a little bit weird, but at the end of the day, a solid retest and then nice little rally here. But BTBT pre-market wasn't really doing anything, so I wasn't really necessarily looking at it at the time until it was a little bit too late, and then I was already kind of too focused on some other tickers. So today, just wrong side of the the small cap market, I feel like, which is fine. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit cleaner tomorrow, and then I want to stick with my challenge where I'm only trading front side one. So as long as I get one really, really good front side rally, I'm going to pretty much wrap it up there. But I'm going to be patient and wait till I get that front side rally. So today I never really got that front side rally. So I was kind of like waiting, thinking, okay, well, eventually maybe we'll get another ticker that does a really good move. Ended up not happening. And, now it's 10:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm just going to, wrap it up regardless. So tomorrow, if I get that first rally from, let's say 7 to 7:30, or 8 to 8:30, or God knows what time, then I would like to just wrap it up, because in July, so much I would keep trading and give back profits, and mainly because we were traveling, we were on the road, and I was always thinking, I got to be doing something else right now. So I just felt like, let's give myself a little bit more time, less screen time for now, until the market starts heating up. So that's what I want to do with my little, front side, one front side per day challenge. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, today just, wasn't, unfortunately, the day I was hoping for. That's everything for this video. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. It's the easiest way to support the channel. If you're totally new, consider subscribing. We'd love to see you again in the YouTube comments and in the Discord. And like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys.